The purge. Just hearing those words can send shivers down your spine, but skin purging is actually quite a common thing to experience when starting your skincare journey with newer products. If you've recently started a product for, let's say, anti-aging, acne, hyperpigmentation, or wrinkles, let's say with different retinol, tretinoin, and even salicylic acid, chances are you've already heard of skin purging, a common one being the retinoid purge and how your skin goes through its scariest times before it gets better. The real question is there a way to prevent this from happening, or is there a way to have a soft landing with the purge? In this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 of the best tips out there when it comes to preventing the purge. If you guys are new here, this channel is all about helping you make informed decisions as well as being in the know when it comes to your health and wellness. And I'd love for you guys to all gently tap on that like button down below. And if you really like the content, then consider subscribing as well. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. So what exactly is skin purging? Skin purging happens to your skin when an active ingredient triggers cell turnover, which is just fancy for pushing everything underneath the skin to the surface. Think of it like cleaning out the pipes. So out with the old skin and in with the new. So things like excess sebum, flakes, and buildup all rise to the top of the skin and cause breakouts. And it's going to look different from person to person, but essentially you can get a mix of whiteheads, blackheads, papules, pustules, cysts, and even the tiny pre-pimples. And generally speaking, it's said that the skin renews itself approximately every 28 days. While that might be true, as we grow older, the skin cycle actually slows down to about 45 to 60 days in our 40s and 50s, and can even further slow to about 60 to 90 days in our 50s and 60s. But remember, this entire cycle is about to get revved up and things are going to turn over even faster, but not everyone will be at the same pace. This explains why some of you purge for only 1 to 2 weeks, while some of you can purge up to 6 or more weeks. So to work around this and not have to purge at all, these next 5 tips should help you. Starting with number 1, after you've done a patch test to make sure you don't react to it, you want to start slow. Slowly introduce a new product into your routine to give your skin some time to adjust. So for example, with the retinol, try using the product once in the first week, maybe twice in the second week, then 3 times in the third week, and so on until you start using the product every day or every other day, depending on how sensitive your skin is. For other products, going in for the lower concentration first and starting at a smaller amount, maybe just a tad smaller than a pea-sized amount before gradually increasing it to the recommended amount over time, can be a good practice. But let's say for tretinoin, try to use it every other night until your skin builds up a tolerance to it, because there's no need to go super fast with this product, because remember, tretinoin and retinoids in general are a long-term commitment anyway, so have your skin get used to it slowly. The second tip is absolutely don't touch your face during this period. If you absolutely have to, make sure your hands are clean first. Adding extra oil or bacteria to your face can throw everything off, which could make the breakouts worse. The third tip is stay hydrated. 3.7 liters of water a day for men and 2.7 liters of water a day for women. The 8 cups of water per day advice lacks evidence, and personally I think that's not enough, especially if you're active and you'd want to drink this throughout the day to prevent the kidneys from going into overload. You see, people who are adequately hydrated with water are less likely to form acne scars, wrinkles, and guess what? They won't show as many signs of aging as those who drink little amounts of water. The fourth tip is to apply your product over a moisturizer. This allows the moisturizer to act as a buffer and prevent the chances of having a tough purge and overall irritation. This is especially true with tretinoin, as it can help minimize harsh drying effects that a lot of people experience, which leads to giving up on the product. And as far as the moisturizer goes, use one with a ton of ceramides, which helps strengthen the skin barrier and enhance hydration, and one that preferably has madecassoside, since it can reduce inflammation by decreasing cytokine production during acne flare-ups. And lastly, as the 5th advice and my final tip, Once you start with the active ingredient that is said to purge, you want to have literally the most gentle skincare routine you can possibly have, all while still delivering the results that you want to. And what do I mean? Be aware of every single product in your skincare routine. Familiarize yourself with all the ingredients you use, as some can be aggravating and you may never even know which ones those are. So what I would do is, for the first 6 weeks, only use a gentle cleanser, sensitive skin moisturizers, and avoid all harsh products. This means peels, exfoliating scrubs, and any other AHAs. You want to try your best to account for everything here. And before I forget, none of these tips would really take you that far without wearing sunscreen. That's the catch. During this entire process, you're going to be more sensitive to light, which means your skin will burn more easily. If you already use an SPF of 30, go ahead and increase it to 50. An SPF 30 allows about 3% of UVB rays to hit your skin. An SPF of 50 allows about 2% of those rays to get through. This doesn't seem like a big deal until you realize that the SPF 30 is allowing 50% more UV radiation onto your skin. And if you still do everything I mentioned and you still purge, don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, this process is normal and retinization is supposed to happen. These were just my tips to help you navigate the process, and if you do purge, I would hope that this lessens the burden on you and your skin. Click the red subscribe button down below, and if you found any value, I'll see you on the next one.